Tiny Triumph Shop.
Tiny Triumph Shop.
What's up, YouTube? Tiny Triumph Shop here, and after a long hiatus, I'm back behind the camera to do something a little different. Look, the winter this year has been terrible so far. It's been wet, it's been rainy, I haven't had a chance to ride, I haven't wrenched, I haven't done anything with the bikes. But what I thought I could do is maybe make a review video of some gear that I picked up over Black Friday. Now, if you're like me, you like helmets, and if you're like me, you like really nice helmets. And to that end, I've picked up a helmet that I've been lusting after for a really long time. I finally got it on an awesome sale for Black Friday and decided to snag it. This is the Premier MX Anniversary Edition carbon fiber helmet. All right, let's talk about some of the pros and cons to this helmet, and let's get the negative stuff out of the way first. Well, there's a few things. First and foremost, this helmet is a bit pricey. Although I will say, if you do some comparison shopping of this like tier of helmet, you might find that the price is pretty comparable. And if you keep a keen eye, you'll probably be able to pick this up for a little bit less than it's actually normally listed for, as I did over Black Friday. Second, let's talk about venting. So this is an MX style helmet, which is like that old like 70s dirt bike style. There's a huge opening in the front that allows a ton of air in when you're not wearing a shield or you're not wearing goggles. Other than that, the venting's pretty minimal. You've got a few openings in the chin area of the helmet, and you have some in the brow, just a couple underneath the leather padding. But other than that, that's really all the venting that you're going to get. Speaking of the padding, it's really robust. It's, again, as I said, leather with some premium stitching. It reminds me of like a really nice glove that you might play baseball with. On the downside though, it's so plush, I don't think you're going to be able to wear a comm with this helmet, so be on the lookout for that if that's something you'd want to do with it. Another issue with the padding is the way that the pieces come together, the two cheek pieces and the brow piece come together. There's sort of a channel between the two where they're separate, and as I'm sure you've noticed, I wear glasses. You'll find that your glasses are going to want to follow that channel, and so they don't really rest behind your ear as they normally would. So if you wear eyeglasses, be on the lookout for that, especially if you don't also use contacts. So let's talk about the pros. First and foremost, this helmet is a stunner. It's absolutely gorgeous. In my personal opinion, it's one of the best looking helmets out there on the market. It's got that cool retro vibe, but obviously the modern flair with the carbon fiber look. Now, some of the pictures that you see online obviously don't really do it justice. You need to be aware that this is a carbon fiber shell with a gloss finish. So despite what you might see online, just keep in mind it's pretty shiny. Moving into the interior of the helmet, again, the lining and the materials used are just top notch. We're talking full grain leather for the cheek pads and the brow pad. And then there's this sort of like velvety, feltish, like it's hard to describe, really plush material on the inside as well, and this really pretty maroon color. In addition to the fine materials that are used, you can see a great deal of craftsmanship with little accents all around the helmet. In fact, behind the helmet, you'll see a bit of leather that actually comes up to the back of the helmet and snaps into place. It's just a cool look. It's really high-end fit and finish. If you think that you like the looks of this helmet based on what you've seen online, trust me, you're going to be much happier with it if you get it in person. Also on the plus side, well, the helmet fits pretty true. I'm a big fan of the Nolan brand, and that's typically the helmets that I've ran in the past. And I believe those are intermediate oval, but this helmet size is very true to the scales that Nolan uses. Incidentally, I wear a size medium, and that's what I've purchased for this helmet. It fits fine. Now, the obvious huge advantage for getting a carbon fiber helmet is the weight, and this helmet does not disappoint. I'm not going to give you the official stats because that doesn't really matter. What I will tell you is this is by far the lightest helmet I've ever held in my life. I'm sure there are lighter helmets out there, and this is my first carbon fiber. But I'll say, I literally had that moment of when I went to pick it up, it was lighter than I anticipated. Like it was crazy. So the helmet ships with a 3-pin visor. It's clear, it's pretty standard. And it also ships with a matching carbon fiber, or at least carbon fiber looking peak. Not really sure what the material is on there. It's kind of hard to tell. Both the peak and the visors that work with this helmet use the traditional 3-pin system. And I can imagine you probably can get away with using other visors and other peaks, other accessories for this helmet from other manufacturers, but you'll need to check into that on your own. Speaking of visors, this is clearly like one of the coolest things that Premier is doing, and one of the reasons I actually looked at this helmet in the first place. If you do a quick search online, you'll see that there are a ton of different styles of visors for this particular MX style helmet. And what's really cool about them is just the different colors that they come in, really exotic stuff like iridium plated chrome, etc. But you'll have to check that out and see if you can find something that fits your style. This helmet uses a standard D-ring clasp. However, there's actually a buckle for the excess strap that you're not using, which is a nice touch. Look, I know a purchase like this is a pretty big investment, and I am positive that I've left out something about this particular item. So if you have any questions, drop a line in the comments below, and I'll be happy to get back with you with whatever information I can help provide about this particular item. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this little review, and I'll catch you next time. Tiny Triumph Shop. Tiny Triumph Shop. I hope you enjoyed this little review. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button, and follow. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to pander for likes. I don't know why people do that. Like, we know what to do. If we like the comment, we'll like it.